Hi students, welcome to my channel. Today I am discussing about protein structures. Generally these protein structures are one is primary, secondary, tertiary and quaternary. In that I will discuss first one is primary structure. Primary structure of proteins. Primary structure of protein refers or it explains the sequence of amino acids and number of amino acids. Sequence and number of amino acids. By using primary structure, we will know its sequence and number of amino acid. For this, generally one example is insulin. In insulin, already I told you in the last session, in that two chains will be there. In that first one chain having 21 amino acids, second one chain having 30 amino acids. If you consider this is a A chain, this is a B chain. So at seventh amino acid, seventh position, and this is also seventh position of B chain. Here we have disulfide linkage. And similarly, here 28th position, 20 amino acid, and here 19th amino acid we have disulfide linkage. Here 6th and here 11th. Here 11th and here 6th. Here also in between we have here disulfide linkage. So if sequence change mean their name and their property also change. So to determine their sequence and amino acid, primary structure is very important. Generally it is represented like this. Like this. For example, already we know that general structure of amino acid, that is NH2CHR C double bond OH. By using this one, I will represent this primary structure. If it is in this two hydrogen, one hydrogen like this like. So here water molecule loss, that's why this is OH loss with amine group. Here this hydrogen loss with the other COH group. Totally this will be represented as NHCHR C double bond O, next NHCHR C double bond O, NHCHR C double bond O, like this. If you observe this C double bond O and NHR nearly 180-degree angle, and these are in the form of trans. R groups also in the form of trans. But sometimes they may ask the question here, this is a C, actually this is En bond. This Cn bond will not rotate. Rotation of this single bond will not possible. But this rotation will be possible. Carbon-carbon, this is functional group, then here is alpha. C and C alpha carbon rotation is possible, and N and H are this carbon rotation also possible. But this C double bond O and NH amide bond rotation is restricted rotation. This is about the primary structure. But if already I told you that if sequence is changed, their property also changed. If you consider hemoglobin, in hemoglobin structure is valine, histidine, next leucine, threonine, next proline, glutamic acid, next other glutamic acid, lysine. This is a sequence of normal hemoglobin. This is normal hemoglobin. A small change in its sequence, then its property also change. Where generally the small sequence is changing here, where glutamine is there, this is same as it is, as it is, as it is, as it is, as it is. Here again not glutamine. Here if come valine and remaining part as it is, then here this is glutamine and this is lysine. Then this is called not normal hemoglobin, this is called sickle cell hemoglobin. It means sequence changed, means its protein name also changed and its property changed. Then generally sickle cell anemia also we will know in biology. So this sickle cell hemoglobin, let it will be burst. That's why property also changed when sequence is changed. These are remaining as it is same. Proline, proline, threonine, threonine, leucine, leucine, histidine, valine. Only instead of this glutamine, glutamic acid here valine is changed. Then the changed sequence hemoglobin is called sickle cell hemoglobin, and it is one of the disease also. This is called primary protein structure. Next I will discuss about the secondary protein structure. In secondary protein structure, the primary protein structure further coiling is known as secondary protein structure. It means the folding of primary structure. So for this I will write now secondary protein structure. Secondary protein structure is already we know the primary protein structure. In the primary protein structure, just folding. It is like a two-dimensional type, not exactly three-dimensional. This is exists in alpha helix and beta pleated structure. Beta pleated structure. So what is the alpha helix and beta pleated structure? This is this type of bond. It is right-handed helix. It means if you hold like this, then this will be right-handed alpha helix. In examination they may ask this alpha helix is right-handed or left-handed or clockwise or anti-clockwise. Means this is clockwise right-handed helix. In this each turn generally in each turn we have 3.6 amino acids. This is also one of the important question for competitive exam. And all C double bond O in one direction, all NH bond, because amide bond formation is in this helix C double bond O. If it is down direction, then NH is up. If it is up, then this will be down in direction, because to form this hydrogen bond stabilize this protein structure means these are should be in opposite direction. That is called trans. In this primary protein structure also they are exist in trans. For example, I am just indicating amide bond only, not all. If you want that also I will represent now. For example, this is a NH C double bond O CH CHR. This is a general amide bond. This general amide bond in the protein. So based on this I will reprint here. This is NH. This is N. This is a H. Next is C double bond O. This opposite direction. Next 1, 2, 3. Where somewhere mistake is NH R C H NH2. then this should be R here, next here NH. Okay, then NH I represented C double bond O, next CH, it may be, it up mean here it is down, and next NH will be there. So this NH I want to write here, NH, this is down, mean this also down. Next C double bond O, this C double bond O is goes up, it means with the other NH it form double hydrogen bond. Next C double bond O, CH, R, next NH. Next here maybe C double bond O is there, this is form hydrogen bond. If here it is C double bond O is there, then it form hydrogen bond. So I am not represented total coil. This is a general representation of alpha helix structure or coil type structure. This is further folded of primary structure only. In this alpha helix structure stabilized by this disulfide linkage maybe, or maybe this hydrogen bond. Generally general peptide bond represented here. For alpha helix structure, one of the example is myosin. Myosin, it is present in the muscles, one of the protein. This is exists as an alpha helix structure. Next, beta plated structure. For example, this amide bond only I have represented here. R, CH, NH, C double bond O. After that, again NH, CH, means this side R. Next C double bond O. Next NH. Next CHR. Next C double bond O. Next NH, CHR. Next C double bond O. This is one chain. Similarly here R, CH, C, NH, C double bond O, C double bond R, CH, N. Next here CH, R. Next NH, C double bond O, CH, R. Next NH. Next C double bond O, like this continuation. So here hydrogen bond exists between these C double bond O and NH. Here also like this it will be exist. So this beta plated structure, these polypeptide chains are parallelly run to each other, and that is stabilized by the hydrogen bond of the one C double bond of one polypeptide chain with the another N polypeptide chain of the NH group. So like this, in this also two types are there. One is parallel, anti-parallel structure is there, that is not that much required. So only we have to remember how to draw this structure in examination. Draw the two polypeptide chain and draw the another hydrogen bond between the C double bond of one polypeptide chain and NH of with the another polypeptide chain, that is the hydrogen bond X, and that is stabilized also. This is a alpha and beta structure. One is alpha helix structure, another is beta plated structure, that is secondary structure. Next one, tertiary structure. Tertiary structure means what is that? It is further folded of secondary structure. It means in secondary structure all atoms or groups together in a not that much three-dimensional structure, but in tertiary structure it is completely three-dimensional structure. In this three-dimensional structure all atoms and groups are very close to each other. In this structure polar groups are pointed outside and non-polar groups are pointed inside of that coil type structure, because further folding in compulsory it gives a coil type structure. That's why this tertiary structure in aqueous solution more stabilized, because the polar groups are pointed outside of the coil type structure. That's why the polar groups, generally C double bond or NH are polar groups. These are bonded with the water molecule with hydrogen bond. That's why more stabilized. So tertiary structure mean what is that? Tertiary protein structure. In this tertiary protein structure, further more coiling of secondary protein structure that convert into tertiary structure. For this, two example, one is fibrous protein, another one globular protein. Generally, globular protein, we know that is myoglobin. Keep in mind, myosin different, myoglobin is different. So these are tertiary protein structure. Only simply remember the further folding of secondary structure is known as tertiary structure. It is stabilized by hydrogen bond or disulfide linkage, otherwise hydrophobic. How it is hydrophobic? What is stabilized inside non-polar part? Non-polar part in between van der Waals forces will be exist, that also stabilize. If any other charge is there, electrostatic force also will stabilize. If positive negative charge form may be exist, that also stabilize the tertiary structure. Simply remember, tertiary structure is a further folding of the secondary protein structure, stabilized by all types of forces: hydrogen bond, disulfide linkage, hydrophobic part, van der Waals force, whatever forces are there, all will be stabilized. Next one is the quaternary structure. Quaternary protein structure. In this quaternary protein structure, this is one of the polypeptide chain. This is another polypeptide chain. This is one more polypeptide chain. Now 3. Next, this is one more polypeptide chain. Total 4. So for quaternary protein structure, one of the example is hemoglobin. So if you study in biology, hemoglobin exists in the alpha and beta or A B form also may be there. For A B only consider A, hemoglobin A, hemoglobin B. So 2 A form and 2 B form closely exist together. Each polypeptide chain has a small, what do you call, for example, each polypeptide chain is subunits. So these subunits are very closely exist in a three-dimensional structure, and these are also stabilized by their maybe disulfide linkage or any other intermolecular forces. So quaternary protein structure mean each subunit of a polypeptide chain very closely exists together. This is already folded is there, but each one separate is there. But here in tertiary, one polypeptide chain is further folded from the secondary protein structure. But here, like this folded structures, many together. That is quaternary protein structure. Hemoglobin exists in the A, B, C. Also, you may have studied in the biology. In that, this A structure, B structure, C structure like this together, then only it is properly function in the body in carrying of oxygen from lungs to tissues. So this is about the quaternary protein structure. Thank you very much.